Alright, what is going on guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another tier list video, and this time it's going to be Garden Warfare 2 ability sets. Now I'm not really sure that this has been done before. I've never seen it on YouTube, or I don't even think I've ever seen it on rank ability sets, but I might be wrong, so sorry if I've already copied someone else's idea, but this is my opinion anyway, it don't really matter. But yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. There's probably going to be some like background gameplay in the background. I didn't have to say that last part. But yeah, anyway, let's just get into it, shall we? So as you can see here, down the bottom, I've got all the ability sets. Well, there's all the ability sets. I'm also going to be including Unicorn Chomper, Twilight Chomper, and every single imp with different Z-Max as well. Because technically, those abilities are only for certain characters. So they will be classed as ability sets. So yeah, first off, we've got Citron, and I think I'm going to put this one quite high already. I think I'm going to go A tier, because don't just think about how good these abilities are by himself. Think about how this character would be without the abilities. Like, Citron would suck without his ability. He needs every single one of these to be like good, except for maybe the shield, but the shield is a really good ability anyway. Yeah, EM Peach is really good. It's like a fight winner, you know, and the ball is probably the best like traversal ability in the entire game. But yeah, these are just really solid abilities, every single one of them. He hasn't really got any like broken ones, but they're all just like really good, you know. Alright, next up we've got the Rose, and we've gone from really good to really bad. I don't know whether to do it in F tier or D tier. I'm probably, yeah, I think it's going to go in F tier, I can't lie. Like, her primary is bad enough to begin with, and you give her two variants of basically the same ability, that being Goatify and Time Snare. They're both abilities that you shoot a projectile and it hinders the zombie somehow. Like, you don't need two of them, you need one, and then replace, like, I don't know, Time Snare or Goatify with another ability that's like helps her out a little bit more. These are all quite weak abilities. I think Arcane Enigma is probably the best one, because it just gets you out of the fight and that's it. Because you're running away a lot as Rose, because if someone like jumps on you, you're pretty much dead. Like, you can't really do anything. The only thing you can use is like defensive abilities. That's why this character kind of sucks. I think if she had a better ability set, she'd be a lot better. Alright, Colonel Corn. I don't know whether to put this in S or A. I think I'm probably gonna put it in A, because Bar Barrage isn't great. And these two abilities are very good, but I like... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put it in S. I'm just thinking, like, what can get much better than this is not much. Like, we all know he's got some of the most broken abilities in the game, and they really complement his playstyle as well. So yeah, I'm gonna put that in S. And another thing that's gonna go in S is gonna be Pea Shooter's abilities. They are just so good. Bean Bomb is really good, whether you're using it to kill people or for bean jumping. And speaking of bean jumping, couldn't be possible without Hyper. Hyper's so good. Like, what I was talking about complementing their primary weapons, Hyper is probably the best ability for that. Like, that is the whole reason why Pogo Peas exists. It is definitely a better ability than Citron Ball, because you can actually shoot whilst you're inside of it as well. P Gatling's pretty alright. I never use it personally, but you know, it does do loads of damage. I don't think it's like great. It shouldn't really be on this tier by itself, but because the other two abilities are so good, you know, it kind of rounds up. Alright, now we got Chomper. And a lot of people might think I'm going to put this in F, but I think I'm going to put it in B actually. Mainly just because Goop is such a good ability. I think in total it does like 20 damage, which is like alright, but it's got like a 5-second cooldown. Like, that is absolutely crazy. Like, what? How in God's green earth did they think that was a good idea? Burrow's alright, it's not great, but you kind of need it as a chomper. And also Spikeweed, you kind of need that as well sometimes. But just because the primary and the character itself is bad doesn't mean the abilities are. Like, imagine how bad Chomper would be with bad abilities. And the two warps, I'm just going to put them a tier above, because the warps are a lot better than the burrow. Like, it's so much less predictable for the enemies and hard to like counter. So yeah, I'm just going to put it a tier above. Sunflower. I think this is a character with quite a weak ability set, to be honest. I'm going to put her in D tier. Now, the heal pot is very good, I think. But the other two, nah. Like, this isn't a game where you heal your teammates, really. This is a game where you want to get kills. Like, it's not really like a team game as much as like Overwatch or something. So you're not like you don't have to have a crazy team composition. You're just mostly looking for kills, to be honest. And these two abilities here just do not help with that at all. Sunbeam's alright, but it's a lot worse than Gatling in my opinion. And as a Sunflower, you can't really get on rooftops either, so it just makes it even worse. So yeah, that's why I think it's D. Okay, now we've got characters, and this is going straight into F tier. Like, you might not agree, but just think about it. Potato Mine, yeah, you sometimes get a kill with it every now and again, but it's not a great ability really, is it? Drone, just don't use your drone most of the time. It kind of sucks. You're better off just using primary. And Tool Nut is Tool Nut. It literally does nothing. Unless you want to get to like a higher place. That's the only use I find for it. Yeah, so that is probably the worst ability set in the game, to be honest. And now we've just gone from the worst to the best. Torchwood is 100% in my opinion the best ability set in the game. This character would actually be useless without his ability set, because his primary on its own kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, it doesn't really do a lot of damage at all. But every single one of these abilities is S tier. Maybe aside from Smolder and Madness. But oh my god, he's got such good abilities. You've got insta-kill at close range, better version of Gatling because you can move, and invincibility. Okay, now for Imp. This is going to be quite a tricky one, to be honest. I would put Reg Imp. I put it a B tier, only because Skill Carter, while you might think it's great and all, you're probably best off just shooting at them if your aim doesn't like absolutely suck. The only good use for Imp Carter is if you run out of bullets and you need to reload and you're in the middle of a fight. You can just pop this real quick and you'll probably finish them off. Gravity Nade's really good. Actually, you know, I'm going to put this in A tier. I've just realised. I thought Imp Carter was way worse than it actually is. It's actually not that bad. But just honestly, don't use it if you don't want to. And his mech is probably like third best in the game, I'd say. Like, the abilities for that mech as well is really good. Okay, now we've got Lil Drake. And as much as our real world Drake is a good match with little kids like the Imp, I don't think they're a good match in this game because the mech just kind of sucks, to be honest. Both abilities of the mech absolutely suck. The primary of the mech sucks. Do you know what? I'm going to move it down one, actually, because I just think this mech kind of sucks. You need to be at like, really close range to do anything. It's crazy how one ability can do all of this, but for the Imp, it's quite important. Okay, now Pylon. I do think Pylon's a little bit better than Lil Drake, but I'm going to put it in B. Yeah, I'm just going to put it in B. I don't think it's a great mech, but I think it is quite a bit better than Lil Drake, because at least you've got some range, and those Pylon mines are actually quite good, to be honest. They do so much damage. Okay, now we got the one I wanted to speak about for quite a while. We got Shrimp Imp, or Shrimp, SHR Imp, whatever. I'm going to put him in S. If you don't know already, this is the best Z mech. I highly recommend for you to check it out, because the laser on this thing, I mean, I played with Simply the other day, and oh my god, I didn't realise this character was so good. I was decimating people with the laser. It's probably like 70 DPS, I can't lie. Okay, now we've got Z7 mech. A lot of you might think I'll put this on the same tier as normal Imp, but I'm not. I'm going to put it one below with Pylon Imp, just because the mech itself, the abilities are quite lackluster, even though it might have a similar primary. Alright, now we've got Scallywag Imp. I think this guy's mech is really good. I don't know if it should be an S tier though. I think I'm going to put it in A tier, just above the normal Z mech, because the primary fire for it is so good. You can choose whether to be like melee or long range, basically completely eliminating the point of Lil Drake, because he's a close range character which just does less damage, I'm pretty sure, as well. And the cluster bomb, or whatever the hell it's called, is really good. The only reason actually why I'm not putting this in S is because one of his abilities absolutely sucks. But to be fair, that is the same with the Shrimp Imp. One of its abilities absolutely suck, which is that tornado one. Like, there is no reason to use that at all. You're just wasting your time. But the ability where you like fly into the air and move, that's such a good ability. I didn't actually talk about that with Shrimp Imp. Okay, now we got Super Brains, and you may be thinking this might be like C tier. I'm actually going to put in A tier, and that is because of one ability, the Heroic Kick. I think this is like S tier ability. Imagine how bad Super Brains would be without the Heroic Kick. Even without one of them, imagine how bad he'd be. And the fact that you can like speed Ghost with this as well after you use it, it's just such a good ability. Same with the Super Ball, it's really good and accurate. Turbo Twist you might think is bad, but you can use it as an emergency to get out of a fight, so it's not like completely useless. It's still like a close to F tier ability. Speaking of F tier, the next character is going to be an F tier, but I'm going to put him high F tier. So I think he has got one good ability, and that's the barrel. You can use it for getting away, for offensive plays. I just think the parrot is basically the same as the drone. I think the parrot's a little bit better than the drone because of the airstrike. Also the cannon rodeo, like who actually uses that? Like there is no point in using that size in your primary. I certainly don't use it, that's for sure. Now we got foot soldier. I'm not going to put this as high as you might think. I'm going to put this in C tier actually. If he didn't have a good primary, this character would absolutely suck. Actually, no, I'm going to put it in B because he has got two quite good abilities. ZPG is pretty good, and the rocket leap, not the rocket jump, the rocket leap is really good. But the stink cloud just obviously absolutely sucks. Just never use that really. And engineer as well. I think I'm going to put that in B as well. Pretty similar. I think I should try and order these tiers a little bit more. I think engineer should go here. I'll put that ahead of that as well. Yeah, anyway, engineer, instant win, worst version of hyper, and an ability that I do not use. So that is, yeah, basically, this is decent ability set really. Oh, yeah, this is S tier. Scientist is S tier. I'd say Scientist probably got the most customizable ability set in the game, because you can have a heal beam, you can have a heal station, you can have a sticky bomb, you can have a heal bomb. It's just so good, and the warp obviously complements his playstyle so well. And once you get a bit damaged in fight, you can just stick a heal station down and regen your health. Yeah, so yeah, I do think that's S tier. I really like that ability set. All-star abilities, it's either a B or a C for me. I think it's a C, to be honest. Imp Hunt is a very good ability. Sprint Tackle's just good, and then the shield dummy's pretty much useless. But I don't think they complement his like playstyle very well, really, because once you run out of them, you know, you're absolutely screwed. Like, you can't really do much as an all-star. I just don't think they're very good classes in general, to be honest. So yeah. And lastly, we've got Hovergoat. I really like this guy's ability set, and I think I'm going to put in A tier. I'm also going to order A tier a little bit more. I'm going to put Super Brains ahead of Chomper's abilities because I think they complement his playstyle more. And I'm going to put Hovergoat. I'm going to put Hovergoat at the top of A because I think this is a very solid ability set. The only thing that's kind of bringing it down is the buff beam, to be honest. But that's just because I'm a very selfish player in this game. Actually, no, I'm going to put it there because I've realised that they're quite... Never mind. I'm moving things all over the place, alright? The beam is just a worse version of Smolder Madness because you've got less movement, but the speed boost is really good because, yeah, you just press it and forget about it, to be honest. I think it's a better version of Jackhammer, to be honest, because it doesn't just speed you, it speeds up everyone else. It's a very good support character as well. So yeah, I just think he's got very decent abilities, you know. Anyway, yeah, that is going to be the end of the tier list. It looks very weird, this tier list. There's a lot of things with B and higher, but you know, that is just how it is sometimes, you know. Anyway, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what your favourite ability says in the comment. Also, if you want to make one of these tier lists for yourself, you can check out the pinned comment because I will have it linked down below. But anyway, yeah, that is going to be the end. And if you did enjoy, let me know. Let me know what tier list you want to see next. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.